Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the darkness of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Earth has 7 continents and 4 oceans, each mile, each oak tree, each salty wave teeming with life, striped, spotted, scaled, and all with long scientific names that no one really wants to remember. Panthera tigris, really. But surrounded by great barriers and grand canyons, seas that shine, objects of less beauty seem to be wiped right out of memory. Beauty. The trait possessed by a thing or person that gives deep satisfaction to the mind. Beast. Coarse, cruel, filthy, brute, monster. Can beauty and beast intertwine? Can they helix together what even makes up us? As humans, we are constructed of some of the smallest offices. They work, they control, they make us who we are, surround us, fill us, but they also take us away. Only under a microscope do we see that even the most mysterious, the deadliest of diseases, intrigue. The monsters that kept us awake at night while our loved ones lie awake. The armies that infested by the millions, by the billions, intrigue. And if on wings did the fire of thine eyes aspire, why do those same wings give birth to the glimmering colors that filled escape? We've all heard the saying, it's more afraid of you than you are of it. So why do we fear to reach out and touch? Because their beauty welcomes us in, but their invisible mangled claws, razor-sharp teeth, and caution signs push us away. We know that one touch could be the last, so instead, we hold back. We never taste their beauty because their sight leaves us enabled. A woman of great delicacy, Anne Vanby. Her skin purer than fresh fallen snow, her hair brighter than the sun, her eyes greener than the Aegean Sea, her lips redder than the reddest of roses. But her self-loathe put to rest when her hair began to hiss, her eyes now cold enough to turn a man to stone. And they did. Medusa's beauty became her greatest enemy, still hidden by the beast that she had become, but still a part of her and eating away at her being. A single teardrop, an individual world of new life and seas ignite to bring about ash of gray and devastation. But the phoenix would not be a bird of true amazement if it had no ground to rise up from. And like the phoenix, we look for the purpose of tomorrow, hoping to leave behind the past of yesterday. My brother can sing you any Linkin Park song you want. He can spell anesthesia right the second time. And can play baseball like you haven't seen a 12-year-old do. Yet he wonders why he has parents who love him so dearly, but don't love each other like they did last time we took a trip to Disneyland. His name derived from Foot Soldier, the city that was battled over. He is a battle and a mess of puberty-stricken nerves that wakes up every morning and tries to strike out yesterday to bat for tomorrow. He, with the sister and family that loves him, with hair that every 40-year-old woman is jealous of, with love and beauty in his heart, lives with destruction, with the beast knocking at his back door. Funny how the heart seems to work sometimes. For a muscle with valves and arteries that takes us where we need to be, that fills us with life, it very easily breaks and reminds us of all the things we have been and done. It holds us back. Heartbreak is a reminder that we can still feel pain, that the world is cruel, that we still have blood rushing through our veins, and that the world is cruel and is filled with beauty that can change just like that. We shield ourselves because what we thought to be beautiful and pure ended up hurting and crushing us in the end. So, is it still beautiful? all of it. If he who made the nimble lamb made the great white, the black widow, made me and you and the things that fill and surround, fatten us, are they still beautiful if they can rip the world to shreds and still manage to survive on it? Yes. Because a world filled with 7 continents and 4 oceans is filled with more than just labels, more than just trees and waves. It has a gray area, and when we dig deep enough, when we scratch through the surface with our invisible claws, forget the stripes and the spots, the long names, we find it. Life. Thank you.